Alright, does anyone want to talk to us? Or can we just go nap? Fuck you, Vase.
Fuck you, Vase.
Alright, just keep doing drive-by. Fuck you, Vase. I like to think that as we wander around the colony, every time we see Vase, we very brazenly flip him off.
Wait, every time we see Rex, we should hug him.
You're right. Rex!
Go back! Go back!
Rex, come flip Vase off with me.
Yeah.
Alright. I know, I need time off. I'm gonna go to the garden.
Okay. You can play with socks.
Soman! Oh, it's his mom.
Oh.
It's their mom. Our mom.
It's Mom! Soman! Your mom's voice rings through the garden before you even see her. You and Squidly Feederson pause in your tracks, and then your Vricky slithers away and hides under a bush. Uh-oh.
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 Squidly, what did you do? Squidly, did you do something, Squidly?
Guess we'll find out. Your mom thunders down the path. Where is the little pink bastard? She hollers, waving around a gardening trowel. They ate my begonias! Your mom's been nurturing a couple pots of begonias, beautiful flowering bushes with delicate blooms. Like most plants from Earth, they're exceedingly... Once the seed bank is used up, the only way to make more is to successfully propagate them here on Vertumna. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Sorry? Like, Squidly ran away. Squidly knows what they did. I think we should say...
Yep, they know.
I think we should say sorry.
Yup.
You hear a hackling noise from the underbrush. Squidly Feederson creeps out from under the bush and, as if on cue, horks up a wet mass of pink and yellow petals. Your mom fixes her angry gaze on you.
Oh boy.
What's up?
I've got some horrible delay. Wow.
Oh, okay.
I'll try restarting TeamSpeak and see if that helps at all.
Yeah.
Your mom fixes her angry gaze on you. Well, yeah, we've got some intense delay. Your pet is a menace, she exclaims. At least spiders back home ate other pests. This one is a pest. She puts her hands on her hips. You should just release the damn thing. Who knows what it's going to grow up to be? It just keeps growing. Nothing on this planet knows when to stop. Like my begonias, perfectly contained in their little pot. They knew when to stop.
Why don't you restart before we continue?
Okay.
Yeah, because this the lag's really,
Maybe, guys. Hopefully
really
this
bad.
fixes it.
User disconnected from your channel.
Sorry about that, you guys. We want to be able to. The lag is rough.
User entered your channel.
What up, what? You're already starting to sound a little bit better.
That did not fix it.
Oh no, it must be.
Oh, that's good because you're not.
Oh really? It must be your net then because everything else is fine.
Yeah. Well, let's carry on.
Yeah.
If you think I'm sounding better, we'll see.
Yeah, the delay isn't as bad at the moment. So anyway, let's say I'm sorry. I'll trade them better. Sound good?
Okay.
Yes, Squidly doesn't have a thought in its head.
No, look at those vacant little eyes.
Your mom points at her eyes.
Your mom points at her eyes, then...
You got it.
Your mom points at her eyes, then points at Squidly Feederson. I'm watching you, she mutters.
You haven't given up training Squidly Feederson to follow simple commands. They clearly have the ability to understand that you're trying to communicate with them. There's just a huge language barrier. Cal gives you the idea to try clicker
No,
trading.
Squidly Feederson is like a cat.
Yeah. Cal gives you the idea to try clicker trading, getting them to associate verbal commands with actions and rewards, using a clicking noise as positive reinforcement. May as well give it a shot.
Time to animals.
Oh my god, 81? Where the fuck were all these numbers before?
Jesus.
Alright, I mean, I'm starting off the... Oh, +6 if this is if I get a brain card. I mean, yeah. Yeah, let's just do that.
Well, a quarter of the way there. That's something.
Okay. I don't want to use the hurting a friend thing because -4 to the last card.
Yeah.
Let me see, can I do anything with this? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, 8, 5. This is bad.
Well, what if we use the all cards to the right become blue? Because if all the cards are the same color, that's a big boosty.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, we did it. Success! You use the clicking as a shared language, and Squidly Peterson quickly begins to respond to your commands. By the end of the afternoon, you're getting pretty reliable results from both stay and follow.
How long have we had this little creature?
Years. Literal years. This is great. Vricky must be more intelligent than people give them credit for. Maybe Vricky will be the species that evolves to be codependent with humans, like dogs evolve from wolves. Oh, no. I don't want to keep either. I'm just going to get rid of this one because it doesn't do anything. It's just a 3 that does nothing.
Yeah, agreed. It's just a 3. Get out of here, 3.
Get out of here, 3.
At least we got +2 to cards with gems. That's a good bonus.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Alright, we rested. Now we gotta go to engineering.
Engineering, yeah.
Tell Vase to fuck off. I hope Vase dies this coming glow. That'd be great.
Oh, that'd be great.
Alright, oh, download data for Sim. Okay.
Yes!
Sim asked you for data on human culture, television shows, music, books, things like that. You have unlimited access to Congruence's media archives through your holopalm, but for Sim, it will be a little more complicated. You'll need to find a physical storage unit with enough memory to contain a chunk of the holo archives. Steal one, alright. Yeah!
That's our only option.
The robot workshop would be a good place to look. You sneak in, nobody around. Good. You rummage around until you find what looks like a portable holo unit in a drawer, then find a port in the wall to plug it into. An interface pops up with options to copy data onto the tiny drive. Perfect! You start by carefully copying your very favorite vids and games, then realize there is a shit ton more room on this tiny device. You sweep in several thousand more vids as well as the entire contents of the school's Learningpedia. As you slip the unit into your pocket, the Congruence console above you suddenly flickers and lights up. I see that you've downloaded the entirety of YouTube.
What you doing there, sport?
Congruence seems amused. She doesn't sound an alarm, although you know you shouldn't be in here, but asks in a neutral voice, "What are you doing in here, Soman?" I needed the school. I needed the school.
Yeah, totally for school. It's alien school for an alien, but still, it's a school. I'm not technically lying. I'm just omitting some parts of the truth.
You casually take it back out of your pocket and present it to her. You tell her Professor Instance told you to come get one and put some data on it. You're studying old Earth media and humanities, because this isn't at all verifiable. Congruence actually believes you, you think. It's hard to tell since she has complete control over her facial expression. As you leave, you realize the hole in your story. Why would you need it on
She's actually talking to congruence, or not congruence.
instance?
She's like in another part of the thing. Yeah, she's talking to Instance in another part, just simultaneously.
She's streaming the video. As you leave, you realize the hole in your story. Why would you need it on a physical drive instead of just watching it on your holopalm? Congruence must have seen through your ruse but deemed it harmless. Well, at least you're done. Wow, I lied to the nanny computer. Now I'm a jerk.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going back out.
We're a criminal. Fuck you, Vase.
See what you did, Nemi? You broke our hearts and we turned to a life of crime.
That's right. Oh, don't blame it on Nemi.
I'm gonna hug Rex.
Blame it on Vase. Hugs incoming.
Alright, let's get back to the ridge. 2 perception, 2 engineering. We're fully rested.
Yeah. We got this.
Whenever we start out here, there's like an opening synthesizer chord, and it sounds exactly like something that I've heard before, but I can't place it. It's like a movie or something. It's driving me crazy every time I hear it.
Well, the only movies I can think of that involve a lot of synthesizer are the original Tron and Lady Hawk, and I don't think either of those is what you're thinking of.
No, Okay, no, I just remember what it was. It's the original Voltron Castle of Lions 1984 movie.
Well,
yeah,
something I never would have seen.
No, but there's I'm gonna say it right now. There's this one part where they're talking about the lions, and they pan over to like where the black lion sleeps, and it's dead silent, and it's got this like synth chord, with like very solemn synth chord, and it sounds exactly like it. It's ingrained in my childhood memory because I watched that movie a million times as a kid. You're trudging along when suddenly you're buffeted by a hot wind. Not like a very hot wind, lethally hot. The ridges are already baking, but all of a sudden it feels like you're trapped in a nuclear reactor. Your skin dries out and your lips begin to crack. Your eyeballs feel like sandpaper. I don't like that. Find the source.
Good thing we're so perceptive. Damn, we're almost max perceptive.
We are so strong. You take careful readings from a distance, triangulate them, and discover the source of the wind. A red sports ball-sized crystal emanator hidden in a small crevice. When you smash it, it doesn't shatter like crystal. It almost looks as if it could have been organic. Was it some kind of defensive barrier? Yet another weird mystery of these ridges. Done! Hey, there we go. Hey, Sim.
Yeah!
Hey, Sid, I downloaded every Nyan Cat for you.
Hey, Sim, I've downloaded the entirety of One Piece.
Oh, God! You might be able to watch it all before you die.
Yeah!
For once, you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower. His face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? Is Sim part of a hive mind? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and a grin leaps to his face. Selman, you caught me checking in with the boss. You have a boss?
Your boss is that flower?
My boss, As I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. They're also very much like your boss. What's she named? Utopia? He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. I can take care of myself. Look how tough I am.
Yeah, I'm so tough.
Sim replies. His eyebrow arches eloquently. I'm not sure you realize just how many times I've had to help you with that. If the boss finds
It's like
out...
2 or 3. It's fine.
If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble. So, shh, he murmurs and puts his finger to his lips. Why do you keep talking to me?
Yeah.
Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the person of my dreams, literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. Ooh!
Ooh.
And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss. They have everything on Vertumna just the way they like it and don't want the teeniest thing to change. He sighs. It's boring. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You called her Ricky. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees do, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. Both of these are valid. What do we want to go with?
This is tough.
I know, right?
Because, like, is this funny? Because like, we were talking about this earlier. Which one do we want to romance, Sim, or do we want to romance this? And like for me, as my perspective as a 39-year-old woman, I'm uncomfortable at the thought of romancing any of these children, honestly, because they're fucking children.
Right.
But this guy seemed older, and now we're learning, yeah, actually, he is a full-ass adult.
Yeah.
But
Well,
how
so
much
are we.
older?
We're 17.
Yeah, you're right. We're 17, of course. How cradle robbery are we talking here? I guess.
Yeah, let's go. Well, okay. Here's the other thing. Age is relative. They could be like thousands of years old, but they could still have like the actual maturity of someone who is at least comparable in age.
That's also fair.
Like,
I'm less surprised that he can shapeshift, honestly, because he looks really close to humans, and like, really,
yeah. Like,
I'm sure this is like a facade he has put on for us.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, how old are you?
And whipping out the Fire Emblem immortality logic. This is why it's okay to bang little girls who look like they're 6.
No,
because they're actually
that's
thousands of
absolutely
years old.
not what I'm saying. That is absolutely not what I am saying.
Well, I feel like that's what the developers are saying, because they include that as an option. I'm assuming they include it as an option. I only know things about Fire Emblem based on internet osmosis. I assume it's just big dating sim.
The later games are.
If I'm wrong...
The earlier ones actually had, like, war plot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The later ones are like, there's war plot, but also you can bang all these people and make the other people bang each other.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes, somewhere along the way, specifically Awakening, Fire Emblem kind of latched onto one wrong thing and has made its entire, like, a whole shtick about that.
That's its shtick now.
Yeah.
I like how you're like somewhere along the way, specifically.
Well, Awakening is the one that introduced the children mechanic, but that was, like, plot relevant.
Yes.
And then afterwards, it's just like, well, they clearly want more banging. And, like, yeah, I mean, have you met the fandom, of course, but still.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the core mechanic of every game going forward.
Incredible.
I like to think I'm young at heart, Sim replies with a mischievous smile. Hey, Sim, that's not an answer. Sim, that's not an answer. Hey, Sim. What number? Give me a number.
Though. It's fine.
A number. This is like when Rio asks me what level Marg is. You have so many more questions for this man.
Oh, now you know how it feels.
It sucks. You have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is, but as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower, but I must away.
Ooh, so fancy.
Oh, I must away. And with that, he's gone, off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. That one.
We'll be back with more questions.
We're going to be back. I'm going to talk to you again because I have this data for you. I have Nyan Cat. Did you bring...
Nyan Cat.
Did you bring what I asked? Sim is standing in the shadows, wrapped up in his clothes like he's trying to blend into the jungle. He looks like a vid actor pretending to be shifty. You guess he's asking about the data he asked you to smuggle out of engineering. I'm going to try and take a closer look. Yeah, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
It's only fair that you observe Sim in the same manner that he often observes you, intently, and while hidden behind a tree. You pretend to leave, then double back and watch him from a short distance away. You hope you'll see what he does when you aren't around. Sim is just staring at us the entire time. Sim looks like a human, if an alien had to draw a human entirely from written description. Too tall, too long, his eyes too black, his whole posture too weirdly attentive. His hair is the most interesting part, so perfectly kept for someone who seems to live in the wilderness, and sometimes you swear it moves in ways hair shouldn't, like the first time you saw a time-lapse video of a flower turning towards the sun. That's that's a really cool description. You watch it in silence for nearly 10 minutes, but Sim does absolutely nothing. He tilts his head like he's listening to the wind. Then he leans over to stare at a random patch of grass for far too long. Eventually, he turns to stare straight at the spot you're hiding. He purrs. Do you like what you see, Sugarbug?
Oh, he's already calling us pet names. Flirt!
Alright, flirt.
We're flirting.
Sim smiles coyly. Good, he replies. He tosses his long hair over his shoulder and extends his hands, baring himself for your inspection. It is not a crime to be curious, he says. Why, I find myself very curious about you. You look your fill now that he's offered. You find yourself constantly drawn back to his deep silver eyes and the hypnotic motion of his hair. And within moments you find yourself more relaxed. Sim's faint smile fills your vision, blanking out the rest of your senses. Do not be alarmed, he says. His voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well. I have the ability to induce a mild sedative effect in organic creatures. I find it useful in reducing their cortisol levels so that I may tend to them more easily. If you find it soothing, I would be happy to use it on you at your request. You have simply to ask. You could dope me out, Sim?
Oh my god, can he, like, take away all of our stress so that we can just endlessly learn shit?
That would be
We don't
awesome.
have to take a month off.
Hey Sim, can you just zap the stress away?
He can give you 5 free stress remove. Ooh. We still haven't given him the data, really?
Are you serious?
I guess we have to talk to him again. Oh, darn.
Sim. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's because I took an even closer... Oh, I can take an even closer look at...
Yeah.
+6. We can get another card. With a perception of 80, we can get a good card. Alright, I'm going to look at his ass again.
Let's do it. Okay, we're going to look at his ass. Eventually, we'll give him the data.
Yeah, I'm getting my own data. This time, you'll catch Sim doing something weird and alien. You send a survey drone to follow him and watch through your holopalm as he heads into the forest. He comes to a still pond and crouches by it, staring intently into the water. Then, with a flick of his wrist, he snatches an eel from the depths and bites its head clean off.
I mean, that's normal.
Then he looks up at the drone and gives you a jaunty wave as if he knew you were there all along. Wait, does Sim usually eat raw living animals? Or was he just doing it because he knew you were trying to catch him doing something weird? Okay. Look at his ass even further. I've got the data you asked for. I knew it, Sim exclaims. I dreamed about it last night in my vat. In your what now?
Yeah.
In your what now?
In your vat?
Sim waves his hand dismissively. Never mind, let me have the data drive. Question. No, question first.
I don't have a vat, I have a bed. But yes, let's ask a question.
Sim sighs and crosses his arms, but from his smile you can tell he's amused by your little game. Okay, I'll answer exactly one question, he allows. What is it? Ooh. Either do the gardeners want to hurt us, or what's with those thumping ruins? Kind of leaning towards the ruins, because I don't think the gardeners want to hurt us.
Maybe. Like, if the gardeners can influence the flora and fauna of this planet, because it kind of sounds like they can, I'm wondering if other gardeners, not Sim, are sending the faceless into our colony every glow?
Maybe.
Question mark.
Okay. Alright, so either...
But I do also want to know about the thumping ruins. This is a tough one.
Alright. I'm leaning towards the ruins, because whether or not the gardeners want to hurt us, I don't think that's going to stop them.
Right.
Like, okay, if they do want to hurt us, then, like, there's not a hell of a lot we can do about that. At least we're aware. But at least with the thumping ruins, that gives us a little bit more context about, like, what's going on this planet. Because Lumpelstiltskin wants to fucking burn it all down. So yeah, I'm going with what's with those thumping ruins.
You're right. Yeah, let's ask about the ruins.
As your surveyors suspect, they were made by those you call the Convergent Domain, he tells you. They built cities and created the gardeners, then ruined everything and left about 20,000 years ago, give or take. Well, he's not going to answer either one of these because he said he would answer exactly one. But let's see what do the Thumpers do. That's what I think.
Yeah, might as well try.
Oh, he's answering.
I agree. Yeah, what do they do?
They help us serve our purpose. Sim answers shortly, and that's already one question too many. He makes reaching motions towards the data drive. Grabby, grabby, grabby. You hand over the data drive, and Sim takes it reverently, staring as if he could see what's inside. Marvelous, he says. Like a genetic payload except with digital data instead of organic. What will I learn from this trove, I wonder? You're still puzzling over the implications of the phrase genetic payload as he continues. The other gardeners are so tedious and obsessed with their work, he complains. They're more concerned with maintaining equilibrium than experiencing new things. They don't understand that novelty is what makes life interesting. Yeah, you know, Al, I was thinking that too. Like, what if he just eats it right in front of you? Like, oh, delicious. Just inhales it. He slips the data drive into his sleeve. Thank you, Soman. I will treasure this. Alright, data drive delivered, finally. I stared at his ass too long.
Yep.
He got his data drive. Let's continue on.
Got a question answered. Kind of know how old he is now.
Yeah, he's young at heart, which is a bullshit answer. That's what old people say.
Yeah, well, he's like a couple thousand years old. Based on his response about the thumpers.
Yeah.
Old as balls, yep. Older than dirt.
Alright.
Flower, crystal, nice.
There we go, boss event, probably.
Glittering crystal cluster.
Expeditions has been collecting energy readings from this area, tracing the invisible ley lines of power like the one from the thumper that brought you here in the first place. They've pointed you to this cave, a nexus of power at the convergence of many lines. You can feel the energy is different here, like a barely perceivable hum that prickles up the back of your neck, like something is watching you. It's Utopia.
It's likely that this was some sort of important place for the Convergent Domain, Dia says, leaning on her glider. I've sent teams through, but it gets mighty tight in there. I'm hoping you and Dis might have better luck wiggling in there, she continues. Might be the caves inside open up again, and if they do, take plenty of readings and report back to me.
Dis is vibrating beside you on nearly the same frequency as the weird power fluctuation. On the same frequency as the weird power fluctuations. This is the real deal, he whispers, mostly to himself. It's hard to shake the feeling of being watched. In fact, you're sure. Oh, yes, of course. There he is. You can see Sim's mysterious form up there, watching you from a nearby ridge. He holds up his hand in greeting when he sees you looking. Utopia nods and leaves you to it. What's the plan? Talk to Sim first.
Yeah.
You ensure that Utopia is good and gone before you and Disc kick up your gliders and go talk to Sim. He looks delighted when you land beside him. You're getting warmer, he sings songs. Hot, very hot. He rests his weight on his hands and kicks his feet over the ledge. I'm not supposed to tell you anything, he confides, but it's just so interesting to watch you figure things out. Humans, so curious and so smart. Disc stammers and turns red. Looks like you're not getting anything out of Sim, though. You grumble and glide back to the cave entrance. All right, prep your caving equipment.
Yep.
You get headlamps and a little recording drone with a floodlight attachment, a tiny buzzing flying thing that circles around your heads and sometimes illuminates what you want to look at. It's intelligent, which just means it won't just do what you want. Disc bats at it in annoyance. Utopia's also left you an anti-grav belt with a warning to practice extreme caution while spelunking down there. They make you lighter so you can climb more easily and won't hurt yourself as much as if you fall. Enter the cave.
Yeah.
The narrow entrance leads to a bigger room that animals have clearly used as a den. It's enormous with glowing mushrooms on the walls and piles of bones in some crevices. In some places, the walls are made of iridescent, convergent domain obsidian, like this was once a great hall millennia ago. You could feel a cool breeze coming from somewhere, but it'll be tricky to find in the dark. Okay? Perception challenge.
Good thing we're great at perception. Oh, first collectible use is free. That means we can use a rare collectible, like a little eggie.
Yeah.
Damn, 90, huh?
Let me see here. I think the other... Oh, that... There we go. I mean, that's going to be about the same thing, but we want to use this one now because...
Well, alrighty.
That gets boosted by 3. So...
Yeah, it gets less powerful
Yeah.
the bigger hand is.
No.
Oof.
Wait, there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll use the free eggie on the 4. No. All right. 25 doesn't suck. We might be able to push through though too because we've got very little stress.
That's true. That's true. Oh, these are some good numbers though.
Yeah. Set the neighbor's value to this value. I might turn this red. Yeah. There we go, almost.
Maybe set neighbors to this value. Oh, well, no, don't move that to the last shoot.
Well, maybe. Yeah, no.
No.
If only the Nemi card hurts us even more. Like Nemi, come on.
Well, we could set the 0 to 4.
It's unchangeable.
Oh, never mind. I can read.
Well, wait, we've got a bunch of mush logs.
We've got 4 mush logs. Adjust numerical order.
Numerical order now. Okay. See, shit keeps changing because of the Nemi card.
Get rid of the Nemi card.
0445. Yeah, I mean, I got rid of Nemi. How do I... Oh, that's right. I was using a mouse because the controller's weird about this. Let me just see something here. I mean, we could push through with the 40 stress.
Well, we had it up a little bit higher. It was down to 20 stress.
Yeah, well, that's when we had all of everything here. Let me mess with it again. There we go, 15 stress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we should just do it that way. I don't want to keep burning through our logs.
Yeah.
You find the source of the breeze by tossing some fine sand into the air and watching which way the dust blows. It's a very tight crack. Good thing you and Dis are so small. You squeeze through and have to shimmy along on your bellies for about 10 meters, pushing your gear ahead of you. It's uncomfortable, but Dis's excitement draws you on. Past the crack, there are fewer signs of animals. The walls are smooth, grown obsidian, which has a kind of melted rainbow oil slick look. There are deeply carved glyphs on the walls at various intersections, like room designations or street names. You wonder? And other kinds of basins, alcoves grown into the rock, full of odd protrusions, all ancient and worn and inexplicable now. It feels homey. You come to realize the Convergent Domain must have lived underground. That's why there are so few ruins on the surface. As you follow the cave complex down, it's clear this used to be a well-traveled path. The corridors branching off to other places are now blocked off, as if a big earthquake had rattled this whole area. Only this one main path is still clear. It's too convenient to be a coincidence. The floor of the cave slopes downward like a slide, and it's quite slippery. Try and pay attention to my footing.
Oh.
You follow the cave system down, all the way to what must be the bottom of the cliffs. You have to climb down a 3-story wall in the last section, and are grateful to your anti-grav belt for making it easier. You're still tired, though. You can see dim light below. Daylight? You emerge into a hidden valley, totally surrounded by tall cliffs. Did you just come down all the way? Or all that way? You're surrounded by the ruins of Convergent Domain buildings, in much better condition than the windswept ones on the surface. It's perfectly still here, and as quiet as space itself. What was this? Dis whispers reverentially. Some sort of converger facility? And it feels so familiar. You remember this place from your dreams, and feel a throbbing sense of importance that is a bit unnerving. Something momentous happened to you here, or will happen to you someday. You poke around a little, then call Utopia and give her your coordinates. She swings down on her glider with extra ones for you and Dis tethered behind it. You're happy you won't have to climb all the way back up. She whistles.
Great find, kids. This place didn't show up on any of our aerial scans. Took me a while to find a route in. You look bushed, she says. I'll stick around to get some readings, but you head on back to the depot and get some rest. Don't worry, we aren't gonna push on without you.
Nope.
Keep exploring,
We're-
keep exploring.
Keep exploring. Oh, we've done everything. Okay, we can just go then.
Welp. I guess we can go look at Sim's butt some more.
Hey, Sim. Hey, Sim, go stare at a weird flower or catch an eel so I can stare at your butt more. Sim. Sim. Nah. Not gonna let me stare at the butt anymore. Okay, now we need to figure out a way to get back.
Leave.
I would like to leave, please. This place is hot and dangerous, and I want to go home. It's almost glow.
Yeah.
I want to see how badly Lumpelstiltskin fucks the fucking chicken.
Eh.
He put a cork in that chicken. He's ready to
Have a
fuck.
good night, Elle.
Have a good night. How do I get back? I thought I went the right way, but I guess I didn't. Okay. Here we go. This way. And then around and home.
Same.
Go home. Yep. Yep, go home.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, our perception, I think, is maxed out.
It kind of looks like it, yeah. Let's have a peek.
Yep, perception is maxed out.
Yeah.
Oh, new perk. Avoid blocking events. Slip past all path blocking explore events. What?
Ooh, nice.
I didn't realize that was a thing that I could do.
Well, you couldn't until just now.
Oh, 'cause we maxed it out.
Grex. Yeah. All that butt perception is paying off. Yep, thank you, Sim. Thank you, Sim, and thank you, Sim's.
Coming in for another hug. Alright, what do we want to work on? Kind of want to do something that will give me some speakies. Not necessarily empathy, but let's just see what I can. Oh, assist in the med bay got us empathy. Empathy and biology. Let's do that.
Ah, yes.
Dr. Punch.
That's right, we're Dr. Punch. Tange flags you down in the hallway. Oh, Stoneman, do you have a moment? You go out on expeditions sometimes, right? She asks. At least far more than I do, or would ever wish to. So, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do you a favor. It's a small thing, really, and I'm to understand it's not terribly dangerous either, Tange replies. I simply need you to bring me some Hopeye eggs the next time you come across a nest out there. I would ask this, but, well, she makes an evocative, dismissive gesture.
Okay. Why?
For science, obviously.
Thanks, Tange.
Replies. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Just bring me some eggs, or you can tell the chief engineer why you're holding me back.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for them, Tange.
Wow. That's all I ask, Tange replies me. They're quite common, if the reports from the foragers are to be believed. They tell me that they commonly find nests in the Valley of Vertigo. It's positively lousy with them.
Okay, guess we're
Okay,
going to the
well,
Valley
I guess-
of Vertigo.
Yeah, next month. +5 to all mental flushes? Well, I think we know what we have to do. Play that card.
wait, that's unchangeable. There we go.
Nice.
Oh my god, I learned so much biology just then.
Wow. We're so smart.
Our biology's pretty goddamn high.
Yeah, it had to be to save our dad.
I'm gonna keep.
Okay, so we need to go look for hot eye eggs.
Yeah, well, we can't do that now though. I think I'm gonna wait till next year.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's our last month before glow, and our stress is pretty high. So I think I'm gonna do one more.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Dr.
That's
Punch
fair.
one more. Even with the med beds, the colony keeps a few medicines in stock: mild painkillers and anti-inflammatories, vaccines, prophylactics for Vertumna diseases, various drugs for anxiety and depression, anything that doesn't warrant tying up a med bed. There's also a collection of pastes, powders, and tinctures from native species. Dr. Instance is showing you how to inventory and restock the medicine cabinet. She picks up a jar of tincture and regards it with distaste. "This is barbarism," she complains, before heading it to you to stock. "When the machines finally break and leave us all with this, the colony will be in real trouble. Medicine used to be an art, not a science," she continues, her emphasis on the word art indicating her poor opinion of it. "Ointments and oils peddled by salesmen to people too ignorant and desperate to know better. Cutting people open with unwashed hands, drilling holes in their heads." "Yes, and nobody needed their lifetimes of hands-on experience or applied wisdom," Congruence chimes in from a nearby monitor with what must be sarcasm. "Trading invert space and relying on medbeds is much more civilized." Instance scowls with the weight of 20 years of resentment.
Yikes.
I wasn't trained as a medical doctor," she retorts. "Of course you were," Congruence coos patronizingly. "I trained you myself." Instance throws her hands in the air and turns to you. "I already had 2 advanced degrees when we left Earth," she proclaims. I was a published academic. If they wanted someone who could fix humans, they should have brought along a physician, not trained one after the fact." She scowls and starts restocking the medicine herself, shoving things wherever they fit. "I'm a biologist, a researcher. My defining quality is that I get things done. Don't expect me to smile about it." Who needs a bedside manner anyway? Love it. I'm doing that one.
Yep.
"What matters is saving people's lives and curing their ills efficiently and effectively. Nobody wants to spend more time in med bay than they have to." Instance agrees. "Get to work."
Get to work, you scrub.
Ooh, oof, so close. Well, I only need 2.
What if we swap the unchangeable for unchangeable Nemi?
Swap this for what? Oh. That's the same.
We've got 2 unchangeables. Put her next to the yellow card.
Getting warmer.
Yep, put
There
the
we
red
go.
cards together now. Yeah! Damn.
I want to keep boosting biology, man. Maybe we can max it out.
Yeah, we're gonna be like super smart Dr. Punch.